Ferrari is not a car manufacturer. Ferrari is a luxury goods company that just happens to sell cars. The company sells around 13,000 cars per year, a tiny fraction of the amount of sales that other mainstream brands sell. In comparison, Toyota sells over 10 million cars every single year. Despite this, Ferrari's operating margin sits around 25%, compared to single-digit margins for most larger automakers. These profits are comparative to those of luxury fashion brands. In this video, we'll be exploring why Ferrari's greatest creation isn't necessarily its cars, but rather it's the brand itself. Whether it's roller coasters in Abu Dhabi, sneaker collabs with Puma, or Lego sets, it's clear that the real success of the company comes from brand exclusivity and its luxury positioning, something they've managed to leverage to build a $670 million per year side business. Ferrari's exclusivity dates back to its origin. In February 1898, the founder of Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari, was born in Modena, Italy. Originally, Ferrari was a racing brand. In 1947, they built their first car, the Ferrari 125S, of which only 2 were made. But the car won 6 of the 14 races it competed in that year. With the racing being as expensive as it is, Enzo had to get creative. He found that success on the track created a demand for the race cars. So, in order to fund racing efforts, Enzo decided to build and sell cars to the public. They would then go on to introduce their first road car in 1949, the 166 Inter. The 166 was the model that crystallized the core principles of the company. The production of the 166 was limited. Only 20 units were built. The model also featured world-class design and engineering, coming equipped with a 2-liter V12 engine. And most importantly, it was built for a specific clientele: wealthy race fans. The 166 Inter set up the philosophy of the brand, one of exclusivity, scarcity, quality, and a premium experience. It's not for everyone, and that's the point. In more recent history, we can see this with modern examples. The LaFerrari, built from 2013 to 2016, had only 499 units built. All 499 units sold out immediately, allocated to Ferrari's top clients before public launch. Ordinary buyers couldn't just place an order. Ferrari handpicked owners, prioritizing longtime collectors and repeat buyers. We also saw this with the Ferrari Enzo, of which only 400 units were built. Over the years, the company has built a handful of one-offs and ultra-exclusive models for the ultra-wealthy. These models include the P80C, Omologata, and SP3JC, of which only 1 unit exists. The pattern stands out. Ferrari doesn't try to flood the market in order to maximize profits. Instead, they play a longer game. They lean into limited production, hand-picked owners, and making ownership an exclusive privilege. That guiding philosophy has built the brand into arguably the most powerful scarcity playbook we've seen in business history. The thing is, Ferrari could easily scale production to meet demand. After all, economies of scale means that the company could make significantly larger short-term revenue and profits if they didn't remain so exclusive. But they don't. Each year, the company caps global output at around 13,000 cars, a microscopic number compared to Porsche's 300,000 or Toyota's 10 million. By keeping production units artificially low, Ferrari ensures that demand will always exceed supply. The scarcity keeps prices high, protects brand value, and reinforces the feeling that ownership is a privilege. Because production is capped, certain models require buyers to be put on waitlists that can last years. The wait itself becomes part of the experience. Owning a Ferrari isn't about instant gratification. It's a signal that you're patient, wealthy, and connected enough to get one. In a business world where competition is fierce, this creates a unique situation in which Ferrari has become one of the few companies in the world that actually gets to decide who buys their product. Loyalty, reputation, and past purchases matter more than just having the money to purchase the vehicle. Repeat customers and collectors are given priority, while the one-and-done purchases are discouraged. The brand also reinforces resale restrictions, preventing buyers from selling their car within the first year, often blacklisting these types of buyers from placing future purchases. Famously, in 2017, Justin Bieber was reportedly banned from the brand after reselling his Ferrari 458 early and modifying it outside of Ferrari's brand rules. Contrary to what you might think, the company's decision to stay small on production and intensely protect its brand, despite some negative PR, doesn't limit its earning power. Today, the brand itself is worth billions, and the logo alone generates hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue every single year, outside of vehicle sales. In 2023, Ferrari reported $6 billion in total revenue with a net profit of roughly $1.2 billion, with an unmatched 21.4% margin, almost double the average of the luxury goods industry and 4 times higher than the average for the automotive industry as a whole. 85.7% of revenue came from cars and parts, and only 9.6% comes from sponsorships, commercial, and brand. But that roughly 10% slice from sponsorship and brand licensing equates to around 670 million euros. That might seem small compared to the billions that the company earns from car sales, but it's incredibly profitable and it's growing. Unlike building cars, brand licensing does not require factories, supply chains, or R&D. It's essentially pure profit. Partnerships with companies like Tod's, Oakley, Movado, and Lego have served Ferrari as carefully chosen extensions of their brand, letting fans buy into the dream without ever owning a car. A $30 Lego or $500 pair of sunglasses might be the closest that a lot of fans get to the brand, but these products serve to strengthen the brand's cultural relevance and contribute to the bottom line. They've also branched out into real-life experiences. Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi and Ferrari Land in Spain immerse fans into the brand through rides, simulators, and exhibitions. This has put Ferrari into a unique position where they've become more than just a car company, and it really serves as a masterclass in luxury branding. Over the decades, the brand has refined a formula that others try to copy but rarely have the patience to succeed at. At the heart of Ferrari's success is scarcity, the deliberate decision to implement restraints and limitations despite market demands. Never chasing mass production, they keep output capped and they limit models, letting demand consistently outpace supply. But scarcity is only one factor of the equation. Ferrari pairs it with control, dictating who can buy, how they can customize their car, and when they can sell it. This level of gatekeeping is rare in business, but Ferrari, it's essential in order to protect resale values and preserve the brand's reputation. What gives Ferrari the ability to be so selective is its heritage. Decades of racing dominance and engineering craftsmanship make every single car an essential part of the larger story, and it's a story that keeps the brand aspirational for each new generation of fans and buyers. Finally, unlike other brands that dilute themselves chasing volume, the brand grows through curated, selective expansion, extending the brand only into products and experiences that reinforce its luxury positioning. Altogether, Ferrari operates much more like a luxury fashion brand than an automaker. Ferrari's business model isn't necessarily about the cars. It's about selling a story, scarcity, status, and timeless desirability. The prancing horse has become one of the most powerful symbols in business worldwide, and that's the real genius of Ferrari. Even as the automotive industry shifts into more electric and hybrid vehicles, the brand will remain timeless no matter what the future holds. It's a brand case study that proves that the most valuable product a business can create isn't necessarily always physical. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you're interested in seeing more business-related content like this, definitely consider subscribing. On this channel, I talk about all sorts of business topics from automotive to tech and more. So if that's something you're into, definitely stick around. I'll see you in the next video.